Did you hear that Lionel Messi is setting up an investment fund to invest in sports, media, and technology globally? Well, good for him. I remember the days when the news about professional athletes' investments were all about how players went bankrupt. I'm happy to hear that there's more news of superstars investing wisely. Now, not all professional athletes have the luxury of making and saving enough money to do this. But for those athletes that do, we have this video where we give professional athletes 3 simple tips to set up an investment fund. Build a team, develop a strategy, and leverage your brand. And we'll end the video with a final thought. So let's get started with build a team. Do you remember the movie Meet the Parents when Robert De Niro talked about the circle of trust?
With the knowledge you've been given, you are now on the inside of what I like to call the Burns family circle of trust.
Well, when investing, you will not only want to find professionals that have the expertise to help you come up with and execute a good strategy, but you will also want to make sure that you have someone that you can trust. In 2013, when Kobe Bryant wanted to invest, he let Jeff Stibel, a serial entrepreneur, into his circle of trust when they started Bryant Stibel. When LeBron James makes business decisions, we all know of Maverick Carter and Rich Paul that are in his circle of trust. And recently, when Lionel Messi announced that he is setting up an investment fund, well, along with the announcement was that Razmig Hovagimian would run the fund and Michael Marquez would be a special advisor. Both Razmig and Michael look to be in Messi's circle of trust. So, after picking capable people that you know, like, and trust, it's now time to develop a strategy. Now, the strategy should be driven by the objective of the investor. For example, pension funds have the objective of meeting a target return to ensure that retirees receive pension payments. So many of them have portfolios that are diversified across sectors, geographies, and asset classes, such as stocks, bonds, and alternative investments. While athletes may have a different objective. For example, Michael Jordan decided to purchase the Charlotte Bobcats that are now the Charlotte Hornets. He's passionate about basketball and enjoys being an owner. His portfolio will technically be overweight in the sports sector, but who cares? He has a different objective than a pension fund. So, athletes, when it comes to a strategy, I'd recommend that you, along with the people in your circle of trust, clearly identify your objective. Your risk tolerance and desired return could drive this, but it could also be driven by your passion for certain investments, such as sports teams. Write out a detailed long-term investment plan that aligns with your objective. It's very important to write these things down to make sure that your team is all on the same page. It's very easy to misinterpret things. And in your long-term plan, give yourself flexibility. Opportunities will come up, and if they're good opportunities, you should be able to take them. But I'd argue that they should align with your objectives. Okay, so now that you have your team and strategy, one thing you can do is to leverage your brand. Now, this isn't for everyone. Some athletes like to be minority owners of businesses or build a diversified investment portfolio without anyone knowing that they're involved. And that's completely fine. With that said, many athletes that have played their competitive sports for many years have built a positive brand in their community and maybe globally that has value. And so it might be a good idea to leverage that brand through your investments. For example, there aren't many professional athletes, or maybe none, that have competed at the high level that Tom Brady has competed at for so many years. When watching the 45-year-old quarterback throw over 300 yards, I can't help to think, how does that guy stay in such great shape? Well, Tom Brady, along with his business partner Alex Guerrero, who is in Tom Brady's circle of trust, have come up with the TB12 method. TB for Tom Brady and 12 being his jersey number, that shows exercises and diets that can help you be healthy like Tom. Talk about a good way to leverage Brady's brand. Now, here's a final thought. I'm so happy to say that there are more and more examples of professional athletes that are investing wiser. One guy who I'd love to see talk about investments is Shaquille O'Neal. He invests in car washes, fitness centers, and tons of restaurant franchises, including Papa John's, where he is involved in their commercials. So athletes, even if you don't have Messi money, LeBron money, or Brady money, if you build a team, develop a strategy, and leverage your brand, well, you may be able to preserve your wealth a little better for many generations to come. In this video, we gave professional athletes 3 simple steps to set up an investment fund. Build a team, develop a strategy, and leverage your brand. Do you know of details of other professional athletes that are making great investments? If so, please share them in the comments below so that other viewers can learn from your post.